Icertis is bringing AI to the negotiating table. The company helps clients plan and manage contracts, and they're making a move into agentic with a new product called Vera. Joining me now to share more is Icertis' CEO, Anand Subaraman. Anand, welcome to NYSE Live.
Thank you, Ashley, and lovely to be here.
Of course, so let's start with the basics. What service is Icertis providing, and who are your customers?
Sure. So if you take a look, today almost all transactions in the world are codified through a contract. Every dollar spent by an organization or coming in is through a contract. Icertis is in the business of digitizing all of these contracts at scale using AI and agentic automation. We have probably over close to 40% of the Fortune 100 on our platform, including some of McDonald's, Bristol-Myers Squibb, Johnson & Johnson, all of which are NYSE traded companies.
Yeah, so you recently launched a new product called Vera, which is essentially 3 agentic agents. Can you tell me what they're going to be able to do?
Absolutely. If you take a look, Vera is all about trust. Today's AI world, trust is at a premium, and enterprises really want to see trust whenever you're trying to make agents work for them. We have all the insight of millions of business relationships over the years. And so we are able to build a much better trusted AI platform, which is Vera. Vera helps automate at scale and deliver agents to really focus on how companies can derive value from their enterprise contracts, how they can save revenue, how they can save cost, and as well as how they can reduce risk. That's all about Vera.
Okay, so these agentic agents, do you have any use cases? If I was an enterprise user, if I was working at Johnson & Johnson, for example, and I was utilizing this technology, what are these agents doing for the customers?
Absolutely. So if you take a look, any large company would have thousands of contracts, for example, in supplier automation. So if you take a look, a company like Johnson & Johnson would run through agents which would identify every source of saving from all our suppliers. You look at tariff conditions, they would actually identify all the risks in your contract and say, what's your exposure to suppliers in China, for example, where you need to really change your supplier base because of global geopolitical strategies. All of this is possible with our agents. You take a large customer, for example, we have Accenture, who signed up to be one of our marquee customers for Vera. They look at all their contracts and say, what's the revenue gain opportunity out there? What new clients can they go after? What new services can they sell to their clients? And Vera helps traverse through all the contracts and get information insight on that. So huge opportunities that comes up from Vera.
All right, we're just going to take a quick moment away. I just want to welcome the more than 1,000 VIA employees who have joined our broadcast. We are so excited to walk you through the bell ringing. We're going to have some interviews with your C-suite executives at the end of the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I will turn the interview back to you, Anand. Apologies. So you recently released a survey of over 1,000 C-suite executives, right? And 83% of them said they are ready to embrace agentic solutions. What do you think that means for AI moving forward?
Almost all C-suite executives that I speak to, as well as in our survey, basically believe that agentic AI automation is here to stay. And we see over 50 to 60% of them saying, we can actually negotiate contracts. They can negotiate every business relationship between suppliers and customers through agents. A profound change in which how business is done. But at the same time, they say it's important to have trust. What are the guardrails of these agents? Humans, you have trust in humans. How do I build trust with the agents itself? And that's very critical to us with Vera. Vera is all about trust. We have understood how businesses work for a decade. We've understood all about contracts. We bring that force to bear with AI to really say this is a trusted way to enforce agentic automation to help our C-suite leaders and clients make decisions.
What is next for Icertis?
We have taken all the business relationships of all our clients through our contracts. How do we expose them to millions more within the same organization they work with? How do they develop more serious business relationship with their customers and suppliers? That's really very important for us with Veera. How do we take the 40% of our Fortune 100, take the next set of customers and deliver a great service to them? How do we change the SaaS model to a service as a software, which is really where AI and agentic automation is leading towards? That's really what we want to get to with Veera at Icertis.
Anand Subaraman, thank you so much, CEO of Icertis. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you for having me over.